How did it become like this? It wasn't like that many years back. What happened?
This is the result of acid rain. Acid rain contains sulfuric acid which will react with calcium-based compounds in marble and limestone, causing them to be dissolved. Statues like this that are made out of limestone will be affected as long-term exposure will cause the details to be lost.
Wow, I didn't know that acid rain has such serious consequences.
That's not all. Acid rain has serious impacts on our marine life as well. Let me explain. Acid rain can cause ocean acidification. Ocean acidification is the ongoing decrease in the pH levels of the Earth's ocean. This shift in pH level from a pH neutral condition to acidic conditions will make the water inhabitable for aquatic species like fishes. In the process of ocean acidification, there is also reduced saturation of calcium carbonate.
And what does this mean for marine life?
So what this would mean for certain marine life, such as calcifying marine organisms, is that it would affect their survival, as they are dependent on the very same carbonate ions that is consumed by the acidification effect. These organisms take up a chemical compound known as calcium carbonate in order to form crystals of the compound, producing their shells of exoskeletons. When the carbonate saturation state of the ocean waters is lowered, these organisms experience difficulty in obtaining the calcium and carbonate ions from the seawater to form calcium carbonate crystals. Without these crystals, it is impossible for them to form their outer protective shells or skeletal structures, which are essential for their survival. Naturally, these organisms will eventually die off, and combined with the adverse effects of ocean acidification, may ultimately produce disastrous consequences for ocean biodiversity.
That's bad, but at least it doesn't affect humans, I guess.
That's not true. If this marine species becomes endangered, people living in areas near the sea may be affected as they rely on the sea to fish for their food. They might now find it harder to hunt for meals, resulting in deficiency in specific nutrients in their diet. Fishermen will harvest decreasing amount of marine food, which will affect their income and their jobs. This will also reduce the revenue that the industry makes, affecting the economy. Acid deposition can also cause haze, as the sulfuric acid molecules form tiny droplets. These droplets form aerosols that reflect sunlight, reducing visibility. More closer to home, do you remember the haze situation in 2013? The PSI went over 400 in Singapore then, going above the dangerous zone. See, acid rain affects everyone. Now, let me test you. What can you do to help alleviate the situation?
We can try to reduce the amount of carbon dioxide emissions. This will reduce the amount of gas dissolved in seawater.
That's right, many policies have been implemented to reduce carbon emissions and to promote alternative energy sources. This can also help address other global issues, such as climate change. We can also try to reduce the amount of sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxide in the atmosphere. This can be done by burning clean coal that has less sulfur and use catalytic converters in vehicles. Other efforts to alleviate the situation includes iron fertilization. Iron is introduced to iron-poor areas in ocean to stimulate the growth of phytoplankton and to promote carbon sequestration. The phytoplankton are photosynthetic and able to convert carbon dioxide into organic matter and oxygen, effectively reducing the amount of atmospheric carbon dioxide. As a result, lesser amount of carbon dioxide will dissolve in the sea. Other methods include tracking the pH levels of the ocean, as well as climate engineering. Tracking the ocean's pH levels will help scientists determine future trends and come up with effective measures to fight the issue. Climate engineering is an intentional effort to utilize techniques to promote the removal of carbon dioxide from the environment.
Wow, thanks for the comprehensive lesson on acid rain.